Hello, everybody. Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I am Shane.
And I'm Matt.
All right, Matt. So today we're talking about working holiday. So in a working holiday, like, have you ever gone on a working holiday? What did you do after you got out of college?
Well, when I first finished college, a good friend of mine, asked me if I would like to go traveling with him in Asia. So I had never been to Asia before. So it was my first time to travel in Asia, just me and my friend backpacking, and we visited many countries all around Asia, from China and through Southeast Asia, and eventually in Australia.
Wow, did you work at all when you were doing that, or just travel?
I didn't do any work, it was just backpacking, so traveling very cheaply, so not spending very much money at all.
How long did you go for?
I think that time was 2 months.
2 months, wow.
Or no, 4 months.
4
months.
4 months.
Yes,
you must have had a lot of money saved in the bank so that you could afford to do that.
Yeah, I had to have a lot of money saved, but also we traveled very cheaply. So
Sleeping, like just sleep in a park, sleep on the beach, that kind of thing.
Not usually just a cheap hostel. So sleeping in a room with many beds with other people in the room. So
Oh, okay.
it's a good experience, and I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, it sounds like a really good experience. All right, let's get into today's lesson.
Okay.
Brooke and Zach are talking about life after college.
I'm looking forward to seeing the world after school.
You mean entering the real world, don't you?
No, I'm taking a break and going on a working holiday to New Zealand.
A working holiday? What's that?
Hello, everyone. Today we're looking at working holiday, holiday first, and work second. And today we're going to look at part 1.
I like that idea. Holiday first, work second.
I think I always put work second. So.
That's not good. Okay, so we have a conversation today between Brooke and Zach. So Brooke and Zach are talking about life after college.
Okay, so college is a word meaning a place of higher education. So once you
Higher than what?
higher than high school, actually after high school.
Okay.
So you go elementary school, junior high school, or middle school, and then high school, and then you can go to college. So college is actually it's a word that means the same as university.
Yeah, but is there some kind of a difference? Because I know in the United States, we pretty much just say college. Oh, I'm going to college next year when I got done with college. But when I moved abroad and I traveled around the world, everybody says university. They don't say college.
That's right. So in Canada, where I'm from, we would only say usually university, because in Canada there's colleges, and then usually more expensive or considered better are universities. So if you went to a university, you'd say, after university, because you don't want people to think you went to a college.
Just went to a college, right?
Well, it's just like a university is considered better usually, so you don't want to give people the impression you went to a college. So
you went to a university?
I went to a university.
I went to a college and then I went to a university.
Yeah, many people do that as
Yeah.
well.
Okay, so, all right, so who's going to be Brooke? That's a girl.
I will be Brooke.
Yay, okay. And I will be Zach.
Okay.
Okay.
So Brooke says, I'm looking forward to seeing the world after school.
Okay, so she's looking forward to seeing the world. So if you look forward to something, it means you're happy because something is going to happen, an event or an activity, something that you're going to do. So for example, you could say, I'm looking forward to eating stinky tofu at the night market today.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't like stinky tofu?
I think stinky tofu's okay. Like I can eat it. I wouldn't order it, and I wouldn't necessarily look forward to eating it.
It is pretty stinky, but it tastes pretty good.
It does taste all right.
But she's looking forward to seeing the world. We're always seeing the world. Why do you need to look forward to seeing the world? What does that mean?
To explore and see more places in the world. So not just to see it, but to look forward to see another country,
Right.
another culture, another people. And she said after school, which I think You think, oh, after school, after
right.
3 o'clock in the afternoon, but she means after they finish university or after they finish college.
Right. Okay, so Zach then says, you mean entering the real world, don't you?
Okay.
Entering the real world.
Real world.
So when you're in school, that's not the real world. Your parents usually still take care of you. You don't have to work, or you just work a little bit.
Right. When you're a student in university, you might think you're in the real world. You think you're an adult, you're grown up already. But the real world really starts when you start working, and then you don't have the free time anymore to hang out with friends. Usually during the week, you're just busy with work.
And then you wish that you could be back in school and studying for exams.
Yeah. Well, not that part.
Okay.
So Brooke says, no, I'm taking a break and going on a working holiday to New Zealand.
Okay, to New Zealand. Have you ever been to New Zealand?
I haven't been to New Zealand. It's somewhere I'd like to go. I know it's beautiful scenery there.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. I really want to go. It's on my list of places to go. Okay, so Zach then says, a working holiday? What's that?
What's that?
What is that? Well, I guess we can find out what a working holiday is after the break.
Yeah, let's wait and find out.
Okay.
Basically, I'll visit the country for a long period of time. While I'm there, I can take on jobs to help me cover my costs.
I didn't know you could do that. How long will you be overseas?
I'll be there for 6 months to a year.
Wow, that is a long time.
Welcome back, everybody. So before the break, we have Brooke and Zach, and they're talking about life after college or after university.
Yeah?
Right? And Brooke is going to go on a working holiday.
Yes, that's right. And Zach doesn't know what a working holiday is, so he's saying, what is that? And Brooke's going to tell him.
So a holiday where you work, a working holiday.
Well,
yeah?
Wow, I think we'll see. I think it said, right, it said holiday first, work second, right?
Right, okay.
Okay, so Brooke says, basically, I'll visit the country for a long period of time. Okay. While I'm there, I can take on jobs to help me cover my costs. So Brooke started with the word basically. Basically is an adverb, which means in a basic or in a simple or easy way to understand. So she's giving him the simplest way to understand what is a working holiday.
Okay. So what are we talking about today? Basically, we're talking about working holidays.
Right. That's the simplest way to put what we're talking about today.
Okay. And we have another word, vocabulary word here, cover, which is a verb. So she's talking about having enough money to cover something, right? So if you have enough money to cover something, it means to provide enough money to pay for something, right? So for example, you could say, Jocelyn doesn't have enough money to cover her rent this month. That means she doesn't have enough money to pay her rent.
Uh-oh.
She's going to have to sleep in a
She's going to have
park.
to be out on the streets.
Oh, that's not good.
So our next word is cost. So cost is a noun, and it means the things that you need to pay for, the things that you need to spend money on. So most people's costs, things like your rent, so to live in a place.
Right.
So Brooke's cost, while she's in New Zealand, would be her rent, her place to live, her food, her transportation. These are all costs that she will need to cover.
Right, maybe even have to pay for like electricity and water if you live in a place, cell phone.
Oh, yes.
Right, there are a lot of costs.
There's a lot of costs, and so that's why this working holiday can be very convenient.
Yeah, so when you're in the real world, when you don't have mommy and daddy to pay for things anymore, you'll realize there are so many costs that you have when you get older, right? Okay, so Zach says, I didn't know you could do that. How long will you be overseas?
Overseas.
Overseas,
Yes.
okay. So overseas can be an adjective or it can be an adverb. So for example, you can say this is an overseas company. So this company, that means that it's in a foreign country, usually we mean that you have to cross a sea or an ocean.
Yeah.
So the feeling is it's pretty far away.
Right. So if I were in Canada and I say, and I'm going to the United States to work, I cannot use working overseas because I'm not crossing a sea.
Right, you could drive there.
Yes.
Right? Okay, and so overseas can also be an adverb, right? So you could say, I'm going to travel overseas. So we're talking about the verb to travel, and we're describing how you're going to travel. I'm going to travel overseas.
Right, because the plane will fly over some seas, or maybe your ship will cross some seas,
Yeah.
but you've gone overseas.
You won't drive there, though.
No.
Okay.
So Brooke says, I'll be there for 6 months to a year.
Okay, 6 months to a year? What does that mean? 6 months to
So that means somewhere between 6 months and a year. So,
okay.
for example, if I'm arriving late somewhere and I want to tell my friend I'm going to be late, I can say, I'll be there in 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, so from this time to this time. Okay.
One
And-
time to another.
Okay, and Zach says, wow, that is a long time.
So that is not necessarily a long time to stay in another country, but it's a long time for a holiday.
Yeah, if you're thinking about this as a holiday first, 6 months is a long time to be on a holiday.
Yes, and that's why hopefully doing a working holiday can help you to travel for a longer period of time.
Pay for all the costs that you will have while you are traveling, right?
Okay, well, I think Zach still has some questions about what a working holiday is, and I think we'll find out more next time.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Brooke and Zach are talking about life after college.
I'm looking forward to seeing the world after school.
You mean entering the real world, don't you?
No, I'm taking a break and going on a working holiday to New Zealand.
A working holiday? What's that?
Basically, I'll visit the country for a long period of time. While I'm there, I can take on jobs to help me cover my costs.
I didn't know you could do that. How long will you be overseas?
I'll be there for 6 months to a year.
Wow, that is a long time.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 college 名词，大学。What do you plan to do after college? 大学毕业后你计划做什么？下一个单字 cover 动词，足够支付。That should be enough to cover the trip. 那应该足够支付旅费。下一个单字 cost 名词，费用。We must cut the cost of living. 我们必须减少生活开销。Cost of living 指的就是生活费。最后一个单字 overseas 形容词或者是副词，表示在海外的。假设要表达如今越来越多人要到海外工作，英文可以这样说 ：More and more people work overseas these days. 如今越来越多人在海外工作。有另一个意思相近的字叫做 abroad。它是一个副词，在国外到国外，所以这句话也可以这样说 ：More and more people work abroad these days. 接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 look forward to 加上动词 ing， 期待做某件事情。注意这里的 to 后面要接动名词哦。我们来看看这个例句 ：I am looking forward to working with you. 我很期待要跟你一起工作。下一个文法 a period of time 一段时间。Period 指的是时间时期。我们来看看这个例句 ：Emma's English improved in a short period of time. Emma 的英文在很短的一段时间内就进步了。下一个文法 take on 接受承担新的责任或者是工作。我们来看看这个例句 ：Larry doesn't want to take on this project. Larry 不想接下这个专案。
Larry? 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 Larry?
上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Devil Fried Chicken is a popular store in Feng Chia Fun Star. There are always people waiting in front of the shop before the opening time of 5 p.m. every day. The fried chicken is very juicy. The owner has a special way to keep the fresh and sweet flavor of the chicken. Devil Fried Chicken's only location is inside Feng Chia Fun Star, so don't go to the wrong shop.